Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marion, the Hoongry Barbarian. Today I'm making spaghetti and meatballs. I'm making my spaghetti sauce from scratch using some fresh tomatoes from Walmart. And I'll show you my process to make the spaghetti sauce. It's kind of different, unique way that I use to make the spaghetti sauce. What I do is take the tomatoes, I cut the top off of the tomato, split it into fours, and then what I do is insert a garlic clove inside of it, which I'll show you exactly how to do that. But I'll give you kind of a quick rundown or example on how to do that. Cut the very top off of the tomato. Like I said, just cut it into fours. When you have a nice opening in the middle, you take your fresh garlic clove, kind of shove it inside. I've already prepared a couple of them over here on the side. Once you get a full pan, I have a sugar and basil spread that I like to sprinkle on top of the tomatoes before I put them in the oven. Now I have the oven preheating. It's at 400 degrees. You want to have it on 400 degrees. It'll stay in the oven about 30 minutes or so. It'll give it a nice soft texture on the tomatoes, which will make it perfect for our spaghetti sauce. Also, as you see, I have my meatballs that I've made. I used some Italian sausage and a little pork, kind of ground it all together with some herbs and spices as well. Let's see, get that going. Okay, so this is ready for the oven, and like I said, I'll show you here momentarily on the overhead view of how we cut the tomatoes, split it in fours, stick that garlic clove in there. What else do we have? We have some apropos from Beans Creek Winery. It's I wouldn't say local, but it's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. One of my favorite wines. I use it in my spaghetti sauce to add that extra flavor to it. As a matter of fact, just to check that flavor, it's probably best if we go ahead and just get a little sip of that apropos right now. Yeah, nice dark texture, or color I should say. Yeah, it's good, it's good. Ooh, what's that? 18.9% alcohol by volume. 18.9. Let me do a little bit more. So this is my favorite. This is really good. Tennessee dessert wine. Apropos. Shout out to Beans Creek Winery in Murfreesboro. What are we doing? We got some stuff over there we're gonna take care of. Oh, we got Italian seasoning, a little sugar. Like I said, do the sugar, basil on top of the tomatoes after the garlic clove is in there. I got some bay leaves, some parsley, some more basil, some onion, olive oil. Let me do this again, My favorite part about it, making Italian food. The wine part, but the cooking part too, but the wine part. What are we about to do? All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started on putting these in the oven. We're gonna simmer, we're gonna roast those, and then we'll go to the next step. The tomatoes have been cooking for about 25 minutes now. You can tell that the outer layer of the skin of the tomato is peeling. So I'd give it maybe 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll take them out the oven and puree them. The tomatoes are out of the oven. As you can see, they're still warm. I'll go ahead and transfer them from the pan to the bowl just here in a moment. But a little thing that I noticed, when you're filming a YouTube video, you have your pause time where you have to put the stuff in the oven, pause it for you all, then come back and act like that it's been completed. No one told me the entire time I shouldn't have been drinking my Beans Creek, because I shouldn't have been drinking it. And next time I'll know not to drink while the camera's off, but only just take the little sip when the camera's on. So that's some really good stuff. Yeah, so we're feeling good now. This is smelling good. We looking good, feeling great. Yeah, we're making spaghetti. So like I said, the outer layer of the skin on the tomato, I'm gonna say a cherry, on the tomato is peeling off, but that won't matter too much because we're going to puree it. If you can see those juices coming out. Yeesh, slipping. Oh, it's completely falling apart now. That's how we're gonna do it? Okay. As you can see, it's ready for definitely pureeing. The garlic clove is still a little hard. We're not gonna worry about that, but we wanna put those in there as fast as possible. If you could really smell this right now, I mean, it smells really good. Like I said, I have the garlic clove with a sugar basil Italian seasoning mixture with a little olive oil all in there. One big happy family. 2 different brands of tomatoes. I think one of them is Roma tomatoes. Not really sure on the breakdown of the different family groups of tomatoes, but maybe we'll get better on that. Okay. Get that in the mixing bowl. That's still hot. That's still hot. So we'll move this over to the side. Is it still hot? Yeah, that's hot. Why didn't my left hand burn but my... Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Okay, what do we want to do? All right, let's get started pureeing. Well, actually, for good measure, we probably should have just another little, just a little bit. Yeah, see, not too much. Because we're going to use this in our sauce. Yeah, that makes me happy. Okay, so we ready. Got the single blade in there. Hamilton Beach, fairly cheap. I think it was like $20 or something like that for it. We want to keep it low. Look at that. You see that? Now the thing about tomatoes, I know a lot of times when you think about spaghetti sauce, you see a nice red, robust color. When you roast tomatoes and you puree them, it's really an orange color. And I'll tell you the reason or how we get it to be a nice red color as you see in the restaurants. What you typically want to do after you puree it, like I said, you see that nice color, orange. You want to add tomato paste. Tomato paste is definitely your friend when you want to puree tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, for your spaghetti sauce. Get that pureed. It's looking fine, really good, smells really good. All right, we're gonna put that on pause because we're gonna put a little beans crinkle there. Beans Creek, can't even pronounce it right now. Don't put too much because we want to drink some more. See, like I said, it's an orange color, really orange color. Now we're going to get our tomato paste. We're still pureeing them. I guess I should have brought that to begin with. But okay, we have our tomato paste. Where we at? Right there? Center. Okay. Just a nice, what's this? Roma tomatoes, it's saying. Get that all in there. Tomato paste is going to thicken it up too. Like I said, give it that nice color. You definitely want to use tomato paste if you're making homemade spaghetti like this, or the sauce, I should say. You want your sauce to be nice. It's coming out good. Okay, so we got as much as we can dig out. What we're going to do is, of course, a little bit more Beans Creek. Beans Creek, no, is the company. Apropos is the name of the wine. We'll let that kind of mix together so we can pour it all into it. Okay? Yeesh. Okay, so don't bring it up out of the bowl. Leave it flat. Look at that nice red color it's becoming. In the color right there. So we're going to get our pan. Okay, so in this pot we have once again, a sugar mixture of basil, garlic cloves, bell peppers, and sweet onion. We have that all mixed together. Good spaghetti sauce everywhere. All right. Looks like that bowl might be too small for this. I'll use a different pot. Okay, so we're gonna use the big pot for our sauce. Okay, that's liquefied pretty good, so it'll mix all well. Give it one last puree. That nice red color again. There. You stay there. Okay, so now we're going to pour this into our sauce bowl. And now, once we have our tomatoes blended, pureed, now we can add the seasoning. Before we did the puree, we added just natural herbs while they were cooking in the oven. But now that it's official, a liquid, we can add our base seasonings of like garlic salt, a little bit more oregano, things like that. So we'll get that started. Clear off all that tomato paste. You definitely want that. And the tomato paste, like I said, gives it that nice red color, that traditional red spaghetti sauce color that you want. Yeah, that smells really good with that apricots. All right. But yeah, as an FYI, don't drink in between the breaks while you're filming a YouTube video, because we're feeling pretty good. We're gonna put some on here. That's good. Now we're gonna go ahead and take this to the stove top. Also, we're gonna, like I said, cook that sauce. We're going to saute our onions, bell peppers. What else is in there? Onions, bell peppers, and the garlic cloves. We're gonna go ahead and saute them. And then what we do is once that's sauteed, we'll combine that into the sauce to make it our official spaghetti sauce. Okay, so we'll move over to the sauce. Okay, we have our onions and bell peppers and garlic cloves sauteing. It's in olive oil with a little sugar, garlic powder, paprika, and cayenne pepper. I'm gonna let that saute for just a moment, and then we'll add that to our spaghetti sauce base, in which I put basil and Italian seasoning. That's simmering, and as you can see, that apropos wine is waiting to form like Voltron to one big happy family into that spaghetti sauce. So let's go ahead and get that cooking. Okay, we've added the sauteed vegetables to the spaghetti sauce. As you can tell, the oven is a little too hot, but we're going to stir all of that up. And there we have the final result, homemade spaghetti sauce. Tune in next week on Marion the Hoongry Barbarian for what I cook next. Check me out on Instagram at the Hoongry Barbarian for the pictures of the final plating of this dinner, which is the angel hair, homemade spaghetti sauce, and meatballs.